Hey there, hi, it's me, Stacey Lei, and of course I'm here with Miss Foxy Brown. Welcome to Mixed Format, and thank you for joining me. Today is all about getting strong and determined from the inside out. I'll be guiding you through weight-based or dumbbell-based resistance exercises and also body weight resistance exercises. With the dumbbells, you're going to see some exercises that you've practiced before and maybe a few new exercises. With the body weight exercises, we'll be using yoga postures. So if you've never practiced yoga before, you're in for a treat. You'll learn today that yoga can make you strong and help you build endurance, just like dumbbell exercises do. So yoga is not all about stretching all the time. I hope you're as excited as I am. You'll need a set of light dumbbells because we'll be focused mostly on endurance-based exercises today. You'll also need a mat or a carpet because we'll be moving down to the ground. If you're ready to get started, come to your open space. Bring your hands to your heart and feel your heart thumping. Inhale deeply and exhale. Keep breathing just like that as I speak to you. Because we'll be practicing yoga today, I will bring heightened awareness to your breath work. You're inhaling deeply, your exhales are long and audible. Keep breathing just like that. I'll also be sharing a moving mantra. Now, a mantra is an affirmation that you can either say out loud or just listen to as I say it. Strong and determined. I honor my inner warrior. Strong and determined, I honor my inner warrior. Okay, now that you've taken a few deep breaths, let's get started and warm our physical bodies up. Bring your thumbs to your shoulders, fingers wide. Reach up overhead and give yourself a nice stretch. Interlace your fingers, point your index finger up, and then bend to the right and stretch over to the left. Inhale to the center, exhale as you bend. Inhale, exhale. I'll refer to this exercise as a palm tree. That's what we call it in yoga. Come back to the center, please. Separate your hands, open your elbows, and roll your shoulders back. Ooh, that feels so good. And then hold your next one back. I'd like you to open your palms up, press your thumbs back, and lift your chest. You could tilt your chin up just a little bit, and now simultaneously draw your tailbone down so that you feel this isolating your upper back and chest. Inhale, reach up high, and exhale, bring your hands back down. Let's practice that flow a few times. Reach up, palm tree right and then left. Reach up, cactus your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Reach up and bring your hands to your heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now you practice those exercises along with me and focus on your breathing. I'll add our moving mantra. Strong and determined. I honor my inner warrior. Inhale and exhale. Again. Strong and determined. I honor my inner warrior. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Strong and determined. I honor my inner warrior. Inhale, exhale. Hopefully you feel that the circulation has started and you've begun your warm-up. Let's continue that and move into a nice yoga flow. In yoga, it's called a vinyasa, when we flow from one exercise to the next. I'd like you to turn and face the right side of your room. We'll practice that same arm flow again, and then I'll add on to it. Let's get started. Thumbs to your shoulders. Strong and determined. I honor my inner warrior. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees into a squat, or in yoga, it's called chair pose. Squeeze your knees together a lot and keep your knees pointed towards the right side of the room. Press your palms together and lift your elbows high. Now twist your torso towards me. This is called the twisted chair. And if it feels good, look over your shoulder. Inhale, exhale. Return back to the center. And now place both hands on your right thigh. Step back with your left leg, a big step. And then bend your back leg, high lunge. Bend down and up. Bend down again and hold. Bring your hands to your heart, elbows up, just like before. And now pivot your back foot. So these are called warrior feet. We have one foot forward and 1 foot sideways, and we'll be using this position a lot today. Now twist towards me and twist towards your front leg. Let's add a few more twists. Keep your hands towards your front leg, and now reach your arms up overhead. This is called warrior one. Think about your back foot and press into the pinky edge or the outer edge of your foot. A deep breath in, a long exhale. Now bring your hands all the way down, pivot your back foot and bring your hands down to the floor. Bend your back leg, this is our low lunge. And step back into tabletop. You can add 1 push-up here if you like. Now press up to high plank. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Lift your hips high and press back. This is called the downward facing dog. So you're making a triangle position with your body. Now I'd like you to bend one knee and then bend the other knee. Bending one side, you can add a gentle twist. The other side, a gentle twist. So you're strengthening your arms and your shoulders. You're also getting some stretching effects in your legs. Now lift both heels up high. Press both heels closer to the mat or your floor. Now please lift your right leg up in the air, and you could point your toes back behind you or lift all the way up towards the ceiling. Lower your leg back down to the ground and lift up one more time. And take a big step forward towards your hands, and then shimmy your foot into the center of your mat. Pivot your back foot just like before, your warrior feet. And now bring your hands to your front thigh. Cartwheel your arms open wide. This is called the warrior two. Now straighten your front leg and bend it. Do this a few more times. Straighten and bend. As you straighten, reach your arms overhead, then come back down. So this position is called the warrior two. Strong and determined, I honor my inner warrior. Hold right here. Bring your hands to your heart and pivot your left foot. Sit down low. This is called the goddess pose. Feel your hips opening up. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Stand up, pivot your back foot all the way around to a high lunge. Reach both arms up overhead. A deep breath in, a long exhale. Bring your hands to your heart, and if you want to, for stability, you could bring your hand to your front thigh as you step your back leg in. Chair pose once again, or squat. Hands to your heart, just like before. Twisted chair. Inhale. Exhale. Return to center, stand up, and let's practice our arm flow once again. Strong and determined. I honor my inner warrior. Inhale and exhale. A deep breath in, a long exhale. I hope your body is feeling warm and stronger than it did when we first started. I'd like you to pick up your dumbbells. Let's practice some blend of traditional yoga exercises along with our dumbbell resistance, okay? So we're going to start in the goddess pose, or in fitness, it's called a sumo squat. Turn your toes out wide, sink your hips down low, draw your tailbone underneath you, and please be sure that your knees are pointed over your toes. Now, lift your right heel up and lower down, and lift your left heel up and lower down. Let's do it a few more times. Feeling strength building in your thighs, keeping your abdominals engaged. Let's do this 2 more times. Now stand up, bend your knees once again, and bring your weights back behind you. Now reach down towards your right ankle as you pull your left elbow up. And then come back into the center. Reach long and tall with your torso, and then stretch over towards your left foot. Come back to center. Let's do 2 more of these. Big side bend. And back to center, and deep side bend. And back to center. Lift your weights up, bring them into the center. Pivot your left heel, just like before. High lunge. Your weights come by your side. Bend down, straighten up. Keep your back heel up and do your best to keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Let's add a bicep curl. Now you might be feeling that the dumbbells that you chose maybe feel a little bit light for this particular exercise, but I'd like you to go into your muscle mindfully. Really squeeze your biceps, the front of your arms, so that you're not depending on this outside resistance to make you stronger. You're getting strong from the inside. Let's do 2 more of these. Last one. Lower your weights, come down to high lunge. Pivot your back foot, those warrior feet that we practiced before. Bring your weights up to the center and twist a few times. And then return into the center facing me. Reach your arms out wide with your thumbs up. Straighten your leg, take your arms up over your head, thumbs pointed back, and then open up again. So this is called the dynamic warrior. Strong and determined. I honor my inner warrior. You've got 2 more. And hold. Bring your weights into your chest. Pivot your back foot. High lunge once again. Now reach back behind you and hinge forward, tricep extension, and then front raise. Hinge your shoulders back. Tricep extension, front raise. Now if you feel more stable, you can pivot your back foot and return to your warrior stance. If that feels challenging in your hips, then remain in your high lunge position. The choice is yours. 2 more times. Hinge your torso forward, reach through your fingertips, front raise. Last time. Bring your weights into your chest, pivot back towards me, and stand up. Now I'd like you to step your feet in a little bit closer and point your toes forward, and then hinge forward at your hips, lower your weights down. Lift and lower your weights as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Engage your abdominals a lot. Now this is typically an exercise that we practice with heavier weights. But today, since we're working with light weights, your job, your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to mindfully go into your upper back muscles and squeeze them with all your might. A long, deep exhale. Strong and determined, I honor my inner warrior. Last one. And now stand up. You could wiggle out a little bit, maybe make some hip circles if you need it. Let's practice some rear delt exercises in the same position. So bend your knees once again, hinge forward at your hips, bring your palms together, make arms like you're hugging a tree, and then open up with your elbows coming back behind you. Open and close. So as you open, your palms should face me. Try to bring both arms so that they're even with one another. I know it's hard if you can't see yourself, and I don't even know if my arms are perfectly even, but you could check me out. We've got one more of these, please. Lower down, straighten your arms and hinge back up. Once again, you could wiggle through your hips, make little circles if you like. I've got one more exercise for you, and it's called a deadlift. So bring your feet right underneath your hips, bring your weights in front of you, and hinge forward again. Now engage the muscles of your seat, your butt muscles, as you stand up. Come down. Now focus on your legs. So you notice that my legs are not moving, but I'm engaging my seat. You should feel this in your hamstrings. Once again, this is an exercise that's typically done with very heavy weights, but I'm depending on you right now to make the mindful connection that you are engaging your seat and not relying on outside resistance to make you strong, but instead building your strength from within. Let's stand up tall this time. How very yogic of you to create your strength from within. Congratulations. All right, let's place our weights down. Open up your chest, take your hands back behind you, open up your chest and say, you can shake out your hands a little bit if you need to. And now let's practice this series on the other side, okay? All right, so come towards the left side of your mat, facing the left side of the room, and let's practice our arm flow. I'll remind you of the exercises and then I'll add the mantra. Inhale, reach up overhead, bring your hands together, palm tree, right and left. Reach up overhead. And now cactus out your arms, lift your chest, draw your tailbone down. Reach up overhead, hands to heart. All right, now I'll add our mantra. Strong and determined. I honor my inner warrior. Inhale, exhale. Sit down to chair pose, so squeeze your knees together. Keep your chest lifted, engage your abdominals, please. Keep your knees pointed towards the side of the room as you twist towards me, the twisted chair. You're pressing your palms together a lot. You can gaze over your shoulder if that feels good. Return back to center and place both hands onto your left leg. Step back with your right leg. A nice big step. Bend your back leg and draw your shoulders back. Bend down and come on up. So this is our high lunge position. We'll do 2 more. And hold it down. Bring your hands to your heart, elbows high, and pivot your back foot. Twist towards me. Twist towards your left leg. Twist and twist a few more times. I hope that you feel a little more mobility than you felt in our first round, because now we're more than halfway through class. Your body is fully warmed up and you're a little bit more comfortable with the exercises, I hope. Facing your front leg, please, your left leg, reach up overhead. Inhale and exhale. This is called the Warrior One, strong and determined. I honor my inner warrior. Bring your hands to your heart. Pivot your back leg and come down to the ground with your fingertips. Bend your back leg. This is your low lunge. Step your front leg back to a tabletop position. And you could keep your toes on the floor or lift your toes. You could stay here or add one push-up if you'd like. Toes down, high plank. Let's take 2 rounds of breath here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Lift your hips high, downward facing dog. So pedal through your heels, one heel down and the other heel down. In yoga, this is nicknamed walking your dog because we're in the downward facing dog position and you're pedaling through your feet like you're going for a walk. Okay, lift both heels up and then press both heels down. Feel the strength building in your arms and your shoulders. Now, lift your left leg up into the air. You can reach your toes back behind you or reach them up towards the ceiling. The choice is yours. Lower your leg all the way down and lift up again. Now look towards your fingertips. You're about to take a giant step forward. Ready, set? Here we go. Step forward onto your mat. Try to land gracefully and then shimmy your foot into the center of your space. Bring both hands to your front thigh and pivot your back foot, warrior feet. Open up. This is the warrior 2. So you're in a low lunge with your warrior feet pressing into the pinky edge, the outside edge of your back foot. Bend your knee, straighten your leg. Bend, and now reach your arms overhead, the dynamic warrior. Go low, stand tall. Power through this exercise. Imagine that you're moving your body through honey. Right? So really engage your muscles and take up space. Last one. Hold in your warrior 2. Bring your hands to your heart. Lift your right heel and pivot, goddess pose. So make sure, just like a sumo squat, your knees are over your toes, your shoulders are back, your tailbone is drawn under. Let's go from goddess pose up to star pose, our confident posture. Inhale, exhale. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, last one. Inhale, exhale. Come down to goddess pose. Lift your right heel and pivot all the way through to high lunge. Bend your knee once, come on back up. Now you can place your hands on your thigh if that feels better for you, or keep your hands at your heart. Please step your feet together, chair pose. So another squat. Twist towards me again, twisted chair. Return to center, and now it's time for our arm flow. Reach up, palm tree right and left. Reach up, cactus your arms. Reach up, hands to your heart. A deep breath in and a long exhale. All right, let's pick up our dumbbells. We've got one more round of yoga sculpt. That is yoga postures with resistance training added to it. So let's step wide, sink down into sumo squat or the goddess. Bring your hands to your heart and elbows high. Now twist across your body towards the corner of the room, and let's do the other side. Twist and twist and twist and twist. Keep going. Exhale, 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. You know what? We've got one more. I would have left you all uneven. There we go. Okay, now lift and pivot your right foot so that we arrive in our high lunge. Bring your dumbbells down by your side. Lunge, and lift, and lunge, and lift. Just like before, we'll add our bicep curls. Keep going. Now this time, keep going. The only change I'd like you to make is that I'd like you to bring your palms towards your shoulders, okay? And remember, even if your weights are super light and you're thinking, this isn't very hard, well then squeeze your muscles a lot, mindfully. That's what yoga is all about, is being mindfully aware. Let's do 2 more of these. Last one. Lower your weights down, pivot your back foot. So now we've got warrior feet, come into a low lunge. Reach your arms up so that your arms are even with your shoulders. Lunge, and now lift your arms up overhead, thumbs point back. So you can kind of envision using this particular session as mindful awareness for your muscles, so that when you do move into a class where we use heavier weights, a strength class, then your muscles will be a little bit smarter than they were just yesterday. They'll have learned from these very mindful, light resistance exercises. Let's hope so. Because we can teach an old dog new tricks, right? You can teach your muscles how to remember. 2 more times. All right, let's lunge, lower your weights, and then turn your torso. You can keep your back foot in your warrior feet or lift and pivot. You might remember this exercise from the other side. We're hinging forward, lengthening our arms, and then hinging up, thumbs up. So you're choosing the foot position that feels better on your body today. Engaging your abdominals, keeping your spine long. I love this exercise. It feels so good on my body. I hope you're enjoying it too. We've got just 2 more of these. This is our last one. Now lower your weights down. Pivot your right foot towards me. Goddess pose again. Come down low and pump your biceps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes, lower your weights down and stand up. Now step your feet close together. We're coming all the way in this time so that your knees are touching. Bend your knees a lot and hinge forward and row. Lifting up just like before. Your elbows lift up wide to the side. You are squeezing your shoulder blades tight. Now what I really like about yoga, I like to call it sneaky sweat. It doesn't sometimes feel as hard as some traditional fitness classes, but all of a sudden, wow, all of a sudden my body is warm, I'm sweating, I'm working hard. Maybe you're feeling the same thing over there. I hope so, because it's a really neat feeling. It reminds us that exercise doesn't have to hurt to work. Lower your weights and stand up. Wiggle your hips a little bit. Let's practice our rear delt exercise. Bend your knees, hinge forward. Bring your palms together like you're hugging a tree. Now open up wide, elbows come back behind you. And do your very best to make both arms even as you lift up. This exercise strengthens the back of your shoulders. So important for posture, for balance, because when we have good posture, we've got better balance. Last time. And now stand up. Wiggle out through your hips. And now this time, instead of deadlifts, we've got one more chair pose or squat. Come down low and lift your elbows. Let's add a few tricep kickbacks in and out. So this is such a nice blend of yoga and fitness right here. We've got the tricep pumping dumbbell exercise along with chair pose. 4 more, please. And 3, and 2, last one. Lower your weights and stand up. Let's place our weights on the ground. You should feel really accomplished. You did a lot of good lower body work and core work and shoulder work and arm work. You worked your chest and your back, the whole body. You breathed deep and you affirmed yourself with a mindful mantra. Strong and determined. I honor my inner warrior. Inhale and exhale. Again, strong and determined. I honor my inner warrior. Inhale and exhale. Please step your feet apart wide. Place your hands on your heart. Take a deep breath in. And a long, audible. Use that breath to calm your heart rate down. 2 more times. Inhale. Inhale. And exhale. Blink your eyes open. You could reach your hands back behind you. Open up your chest. Say to yourself, self, I'm so proud of you for showing up. You're a slightly different person than you were just 30 minutes ago, and you're moving in the right direction. I hope you had a good experience with me. I had a great time guiding you. And if you liked this session, please join me for more. Let's do more of this. I teach a whole lot of yoga, and I would love to have you in some more of my sessions. So please join me again. Until then,